Well, guess what, adventurers? We have made it. We are staying outside of Lake Havasu at one of the BLM washes. Now, let me tell you, getting in here was a little bit weird because there's a drop off and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of here in the morning, but we're going to try. But we have a perfect location so I can go back into Havasu tomorrow to do some activities. And now it's time for me to get my camp set up for the night so that I can go and have a restful night's sleep. This location is wonderful. There's not a whole lot of people here. There were a lot of people at the last turnoff, and it looks like there's a lot of people at the turnoff after this. But this one is pretty chill. There's a few people up this way. There's a few people down this way. Again, the road is kind of gnarly getting in, but I just took it slow. Dimples has got this now. Can she get it in the morning though? That's the big question. Okay, so now here comes the fun part. I have to figure out my window situation. I used this the other night. It worked out really well. So we're gonna use it again. I magically was able to fold it. I have no idea if it's gonna go back together or not again, so we'll see, but I'm gonna open it. Ooh, okay, it's big. It's very, very big. So now I need to put it in place, and I probably should have folded this out first, but I think it'll go in just like this, and then I can bend it into place. Because that's kind of what I did the other day, and it worked. I just need to get over my sunglasses, and that's the hard part because it just keeps bending. Best find ever for only $3. Again, I gotta get used to like tucking in the sides now because they actually will tuck. Before it would not because it would just lay crinkled, but now it does. So that solved a huge issue in my van. I have a couple other issues I still need to solve. I'll do that eventually, but I'm gonna get the rest of my window covers up. I'm gonna change my shoes, and then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat tonight. Okay, starting off with putting my coat on though, because this sweater is gonna be nice and cozy while I'm doing all this. Whew, it's getting a little bit more chilly as the sun's dipping down, so whew, this is much better. Now, I think I'm gonna put on my sandals next, just my slides to make it a little bit easier, and then I'll do my windows. Okay, I think I'm gonna get these out and cook them up for dinner tonight. I probably won't cook all of them. I'll probably just cook one, but I'll use these and probably throw them into like the air fryer maybe. Okay, dinner's in. That shouldn't take but like 15 minutes max. 10 minutes is where I'm going to start, then I'm going to stir it, and then I'll cook it a little bit longer. The main thing is the potatoes need to be like that perfect potato. One of the things that I've learned with the air fryer is if I don't feel like carrying a large bulky like olive oil or something, is I can carry like a spray like this. Normally I have the olive oil spray, which is much better, but I found this one this time, so I'm going to use it, and then I'll buy some more of the olive oil. But by doing that, what I can do is I can spray it so that it cooks really evenly. So super simple camping dish, just an easy go-to staple. I have a protein and I have starch. The only thing I don't have is a veggie in here, and that's just because I need to go to the grocery store and get some new fresh veggies. So I'm gonna get settled in while this is cooking. I'm gonna put my things away so I can just always be cleaning up. I already pulled my water out so I can refill everything. And I think tonight I'm just going to do some research about the area to see what's open tomorrow so I can get into some cool things. But yeah, this is going to be a beautiful night. It is a little bit more chilly outside, but it's 67 in the van because I had the heat running for a little bit. I do have the door open, so I know it's going to dissipate, but I was kind of anticipating that. I need to leave the door open while I'm cooking, however, so that it doesn't heat it up too much because this air fryer makes it warm in here, which isn't always a bad thing. On a very cold night, this is great. But on a night like tonight right now, it's not so bad. And I think it's only going to get into the 40s tonight, so I should be okay. But with that said, I have some planning to do. So I'm going to get started on that. And then who knows, maybe tomorrow, if it's not super windy or something, I could get into an outdoor activity. But I do have one that's going to be planned for indoors just in case. Okay, it's almost finished. And I did decide I'm going to do something else to it also. Last time that Riley and I made this, we sprinkled a little cheese on for the last like couple minutes of the cook. So I'm going to do that as well. So as soon as this dings, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of Monterey Jack on top. And then that should wrap up my meal. I'll cook it for another 2 or 3 minutes and then I'll be able to eat. It's gonna be a good night. Everybody knows where I am now. All is good. And I am so refreshed and excited. I am so eager to start my day tomorrow, and I have some really great things that I think are gonna work out that I just looked up. So we have a plan. Oh boy, do we have a plan. But I can hear it sizzling in there. Oh, that is looking good, good, good. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. And then I'm gonna stir really well. I'm gonna turn my sausage, and I've been kind of like, I started off by slitting the sausage, but I'm gonna poke it a couple more times. Potatoes aren't quite done yet, but they're getting closer. So all I need is a little handful. That's just enough to give it that like ooey gooeyness. Maybe a little bit more, just a little right over here. There we go. It is starting to get very, very close to dark. Ooh, I can do this. I can do this. There we go. Hey, it dinged. Ooh, look at that. That looks delightful. So I'm going to bring this right over here, and I should be able to scoot it off right onto the plate, and then that keeps the plate a bit cleaner also. Now I can turn this off, and I ended up using about 16% of my battery for the air fryer. This all power is not quite as efficient as the Jackery V2 when it comes to cooking. Normally with this, I can do the same exact meal and only lose about 10%. So a little bit more, still not a deal breaker, but a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and also disconnect this, and then I'll just leave it sitting here so it can cool off. And then I'll clean everything really well and put it away. But in the meantime, time to eat. This should be delightful. I do wish that I had some peppers to put in it, but that's okay. I'll get some groceries and then I'll take care of this and cook it up different next time. But I have 3 more of these little sausages and a few more potatoes to use up, so I need to definitely use up my groceries. Now, one of the things that I like to do is create different kinds of things using those ingredients. So if I, for some reason, have a wild hair, I may do something different with the sausages. I'm not sure yet. So we'll find out soon whenever I cook up my next meal. But for now, it is time. It is time. I'm gonna grab one of these little potatoes. Oh, I just woke up and I feel so good. I slept in this morning because I've been just going through time zone after time zone after time zone, just confused as to what time it actually is. The new window cover almost covers the entire window, so very little light comes through. So today I slept in, and when I woke up I was like, ooh, it looks like it's nice and early. Looked over at my clock. Nope, it was not nice and early. It's actually much later than normal. It's kind of overcast outside, so I'm gonna blame that. But also I just was cozy. I felt so good. So now I'm just putting away my bedding and everything, and then I'm gonna get my life together. I've got some things I want to get into, and it feels like it's going to be a little chilly today, so I'm probably going to grab this sweater and take myself into town. Now, the one thing I am kind of concerned about is when I pulled in, there's this big drop off, so I have to get back out of that drop off. That could be weird. That could be weird, but that's okay. I'm going to figure this out. For now, I just need to put my blankets away. I need to get out and kind of stretch a little bit, and then we'll see where this day goes. Additionally, this morning, I started off picking up a conversation that I was having yesterday with our friend Greg. I had gone to a place that I thought he would be interested in, so I dropped him a pin because I really think that he would like it. And he was telling me some other places that I could go to also. And so I really like the collaboration of like friends sharing other sites with friends, because ultimately we're all out here exploring. And so that's what makes it really neat. And so some of the places he shared, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about. He gave me some great ones for like the Tucson area, so I'm hoping to get back over there and see some of those. And then I found a couple places that I was looking at kind of in connection with what he had said, that I was like, okay, so he suggested it, I had already found it, so I should definitely do this because he said it's good. So that's really cool. So that helped me plan a few things down the line. But now it's time for me to go and actually research some of those things. So I think this morning I'm going to go to a museum here in Lake Havasu because I really want to go there. But then I think I'm going to go over to a Starbucks and just use their Wi-Fi, get a little bit more caught up. The other day whenever I officed at that Starbucks, it was really not okay. I had some strangeness. If you don't know what I'm talking about, a couple videos back when I was in Barstow, I officed at a Starbucks that I had officed at before, and it turned into, well, let's just say less than productive. I had some people who sat down beside me who were just really disruptive, and they ended up being asked to leave. And if you want to know why, please go check out that video. But because of that, I never fully got caught up to where I need to be. So I think what I need to do is go download the last couple days worth of footage, organize some things, and I need to problem solve because I've had an issue with some of my footage and I need to figure out what's going on so it doesn't continue. So I think that that would be okay. I like the Starbucks here in Lake Havasu. They have 2 of them, so I'll just pick one, go to it. Good deal. And then I'll probably wake up again here in the morning just because I have a few other things I would like to do possibly, but I'm going to be fighting the rain. So we'll make that call later this evening, but it would be more convenient just to stay here one more night. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But today, I think I'm just about ready. I'm just going to leave everything kind of in a comfy mode. So all I have to do is just get back in the van and put my pajamas back on. Later, I'm not even going to put them away. There's no point. I'm going to be coming right back out to camp later on. Everything else looks like it's kind of secured. So now it's time for me to go dump trash, I guess, get my life together, and have an adventure. Whew. Okay. Wow. Whew. It's pretty chilly out there. I can instantly feel my face has chill to it now. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, between getting here yesterday and driving and then resting last night and then waking up today, it's like I've gone through, I think, 2 different time zones. So my time is like completely thrown off. Oh, I will say this, I'm kind of confused right now because when you drive around as much as I do, I cross time zones frequently, and yesterday I crossed a time zone. The day before that I crossed a time zone, so I don't know what time it is anymore. My body never really knows if I'm doing this quick movement where I am, and so it's just like, okay, let's get used to this. Oh no, we're here. So I just kind of, instead of making myself be on a schedule of any kind, I try to instead let my body wake up when it naturally wakes up until I adjust to the new time zone. And sometimes that means I sleep in a little bit more than I usually would. But it's okay because I definitely needed to adjust back, I think. Arizona confuses me the most because they don't observe any kind of like time changing, so they're just constantly a question mark. So I always have to Google what time is it here. Sometimes my phone takes a minute to update, especially when I'm close to the borders. And so it's like, okay, Okay. But I do know that this morning I definitely was on target because as soon as I woke up and looked over, I was like, it really isn't that time, is it? And then I Googled and it was. So yeah, we're back to the adjustment phase. And this is only going to last for a couple days because I'm going right back to California. So I can only imagine my brain is going to be like, what? Again in just a few days. That's okay though. It's fine. I'll just have to, if I have anything that's time sensitive, just make sure I set an alarm for it so that I can like adjust my brain again. That's what keeps me on track. If I know something is at a specific time, what I do is I just go ahead and I like prioritize that by putting a note in my phone or an alarm in my phone. And it makes my life a lot easier, but at the same time, my body is just confused. All the time confused whenever I'm traveling, especially toward the west, because when I go to the east, I don't really make my way through numerous time zones in a day quite as frequently. But when I go through the west, for some reason, it's just like, whoo, 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 because I bounce between states so much. This is life. This is life. Okay, we're here. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to approach this would be because it's definitely not there because that's where I came in. But over here maybe? I don't know. I think this would be my best bet right here, but that's going to kind of put me in a weird direction. So I don't know. Maybe I just kind of make a wide turn. I can do this. Down at the end, it also looks like there might be a spot, but that looks pretty uneven to get down there. Oh, I don't know. I got to time it with the traffic too is the hard part. I can do this. Oh, I think right here. Maybe I do this, then I don't know if I can even go down or anything. So we'll see. After this semi, I guess. Oh gosh. Cross your fingers for me, guys. I don't want to drag. Okay, can we do it? Okay, we can do it. Oh, I made it. Oh, okay, we made it. The weird part about this is you gain speed immediately because there's people coming. So if I would have, that would have been so bad. But for now, guys, remember, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'll pick you guys up in Lake Havasu where we will be visiting a museum. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.